Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's operation day, so I picked a soap which hopefully will give me some good vibrations. I'm having my varicose vein stripped in my left leg today at St John of God in Murdoch, and I'm looking forward to it and shitting myself at the same time because I know it's going to hurt. But then again, I've had kidney stones, and can things really get worse than kidney stones? Anyway, back to the shave. Going to forget about everything else. This might be my last shave, who knows? There's the soap. It's made by Doug Smythe over at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Now this is the Kokum Butter Shave Soap. Very, very good. I think this was Crown King Shave Formula, or I think that's what it was. Not a massive amount of ingredients. Very clean set. It does make very nice products. The scent on this though, it's absolutely beautiful. It is a barbershop, but it's got a sort of sweetness to it, an amber sort of thing happening with it. It's just really, really nice. And I find the scent sort of lasts a little bit as well. I will be, of course, finishing with Good Vibrations post-shave splash as well. Got loads of that left, smells incredible. There's the price of it there, that was from Pasteur's discount. This was sent to me from Oive Chapo, or Alex Kaplan. For you guys out there who know who he is, he's an absolutely top bloke, and I'm so glad he sent it. This is something I would not have purchased blindly, given that it is a barbershop type scent, and I wasn't a massive fan of barbershop. And then strangely enough, my top 5 soaps, 3 of them are barbershop. So there you go. Now the brush for today is that Dan Robb 28mm rhodium knot. Now this thing is absolutely stunning. Now I will say I've lost a few hairs from it, but I think it's just because it's settling in. It's been quite heavily used, but I do let it dry out pretty much fully in between uses. Flick out some of the excess. In fact, I'm just going to drop a little bit of water on top of the soap, just let that swirl around a little bit, and then I'll sort of brush it. Now this is quite a soft soap, or soft-ish, so it doesn't need soaking as such, if you want to call it blooming, but soaking. It's just such a nice scent. So here we go, straight in with the brush. Now this will be a quick shave. This is the head shave. It's not going to take me long. It'll be a one pass and touch-ups, hopefully. Although in saying that, I'm not 100% sure that the blades will be good enough. I do have my leaf razor loaded with some feather blades. This is the third use on the feather blades, and I have to be honest and say I've never taken a feather blade beyond 2 uses. So 3 is quite unusual. In fact, it's extremely unusual because it's never happened in this den before. I don't think I've ever taken a feather blade beyond 2. Right, there is the brush loaded. See how dense that is. I'm not going to rinse the soap out because I'm going to be doing my face shave straight after this. So I'll be spending 2 nights in the hospital after the operation, which I'm not too worried about. I'm hoping that I get a private room, but I might not. I mean, the shared rooms in St John of God, I think it's only like 3 people per room or something, but I would prefer a private room. Who wouldn't? That way when I'm snoring I'm not waking anyone up. Right, let's spray the brush. Create that little void in the middle, and then sprinkle some water in just like that into the top of the knot. Not loads, just a little bit at a time. Just to allow me to build the lather. This knot's amazing. I was going to use it for my face shave as well, but I'm moving through the den of knots. I'm just going through a brush at a time, but when I come out of the hospital I might return to this one for my face shave as well. As it is, I'll be using my Envy Shave abalone brush for my face shave, and I'm really looking forward to it. The face shave will be the Carve Christopher Bradley razor in aluminium again. There'll be no Feather Artist Club straight today. I don't want to run the risk of slicing myself open as much. prior to going into hospital. Look at this ladder go, superb. It definitely makes a very high quality product, does Douglas. I say Douglas, I can't remember his real name, that's just his sort of alter ego. I think he sort of adopted it. I don't know whether it was part of the sort of issues that you had years ago within the community. I'm not sure. Right, you can see how dense and creamy that is. Superb. Okay, so as I was saying, the razor for the head shaves, and this is pretty much exclusive now. This is my head shaving razor, the leaf razor. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't see really anything else about it. I've had one person that's struggling with theirs, saying it's too rough getting cuts and things, but I've told him to go back to Adam at Leaf Shave and get it sorted, because I believe he's possibly got a defective razor which is way more aggressive and not comfortable to use. I had one, so I know they exist. They sent me this one in replacement, no cost, just sent me this, and it eradicated all the problems. It's not great for Leaf because they do obviously have some quality control issues, but the customer service is exceptional, so that they're willing to fix the problem straight away, and it's no quibble. You know, you're not having to fight to get help. They will offer it to you. And to be honest with you, I really hope that they're doing well, because this razor has the potential really to eradicate cartridges. And it's the first razor I've used that I can honestly say that about. You know, double-edged razors and things like that, they are things that you just standard bloke, you know, that's got a day job and be a copper or fireys or office workers or just people that work in your local stores and things. Most of them can't be arsed, let's be honest about it, shaving with double-edged razors, and because most people just want to get shaved and get out the door. So this razor gives those people that want to use a cartridge, want that quick shave, close, comfortable. It gives them that option in all metal, environmentally friendly, recyclable. And really, you can't really ask for much more. You know, you pop in some double-edged blades in this cartridge, in this razor, and all of a sudden you've got this really smooth, comfortable, well-built, solid construction razor. Which shaves really close and gives me pretty much a flawless finish every time. Now, I've not felt my whole head yet, but I can guarantee you one thing, there is not a lot of hair left. As you guys know, I always generally reach and obtain a BBS head shave, or baby butt smooth, or whatever you want to call it. Pretty much a head shave where you don't feel any hair on your head at all, no matter where you're up. Residual slickness on the soap is excellent, as always. In fact, it's so good, I'm just going to finish the shave with it. Which, I've got a streak of hair there. Got a little bit just there. You can see that residual slickness is just exceptional. And this is a reasonably old formula. It's not one of the latest formulas. In fact, CK6, and I think there might be another formula now from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements that even supersedes that, or is in front of that one. I'm not 100% sure. I'm quite a bit out of the loop at the moment with regards to shaving stuff. You know, Jack from the Virtual Groom Room very kindly sent me a lot of the new bases to try, which at the moment, given my injury and recovery and everything else, it was going to be a long time before I was in a position to actually get hold of that stuff, to the point that there'd probably be new bases out by the time I got hold of the older ones. There we have it, a BBS head shave, just like that. Feather blades, they're just super smooth, super comfortable. The soap was exceptional. I can't really say much more about the shave, to be honest. It's so easy to use. There's no real, if I'm honest, for a head shave, there's no real downsides to it. In fact, I don't think there is a downside to it. Now that I've figured out how to shave the top of my ears, I can't say there's anything bad about this razor. Smooth, comfortable, it's actually quite nice to hold. It's got a long handle, it's reasonably grippy. You can hear the squeak, even when it's wet. Obviously covered in soap, most things are slippy. But that's a completely BBS head shave. The post shave on the soap is exquisite. I'm not going to do the post shave splash just now, so I'm going to save that for my face shave, which will come straight after this. Just rinse the brush out. No hairs lost from the brush, which is great. I think also a couple of the hairs that I've lost from this brush may just have been hairs that have actually snapped at the base, and that's probably, to be honest with you, probably more my fault than anything, from picking the razor up when it was dry and touching it all the time, and because it's such a nice knot and it's very nice to look at, and the handle's amazing. It's just overall my number one brush in the den. What a shade. A little bit of soap still on the base. You want to make sure you get all the soap out of your natural hair knots, especially, or as much of it as you can. You'll never eradicate all of it, but it's really important for the longevity of the knot that you get pretty much all of that soap out. There we have it, beautiful. Spreading the knot out nicely. Oh, scent on that soap's absolutely brilliant. But anyway, the soap for today, as you saw before, Good Vibrations pre-op shave for the head. And wow, just incredible. Beautiful shave. Pretty much no irritation. I'm not feeling any irritation. There's no blood anywhere, no cuts, no weepers, no nothing. Just exceptional. The brush for today, as you saw, was that Darn Rod brush. Now this handle came with a 26mm Fanturian knot in it. The hole is actually drilled out at 28mm, so this has now got a 28mm rhodium knot made by Sir Jan of Rhodium Knots. But check that out. That's absolutely phenomenal. With that bloom on it, the dimensions of the handle and the knot is just perfect. It was almost made for each other. Well, they were made for each other, I suppose. Right, the razor. I can't, honestly, it's every head shave this razor will feature now. It's so simple to use, it's quick, it's efficient, it's close, there's nothing, I can't say anything bad about it. Probably the only thing I could say about it it's not even really a negative is how to load the blades, which once you've got it, it's a piece of piss. It's a little bit more awkward to do it on camera, but off camera I can put the blades in and out very, very quickly When they're blunt, you chuck them in the bin, you put 3 new half blades in. It's cheap as chips. You really cannot go wrong with this razor. And if you're looking to get away from cartridges and you don't fancy this, so you're not getting on with these sort of things, grab one. Honestly, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Face or head, it shaves great. Obviously under the nose it struggles. Keep a cartridge razor if you want, just keep one that you've got with a little back razor on it, just use that for under your nose, cutting your sideburns if you want, but for me, it doesn't get much better than that for a cartridge style razor. With that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys post-op. Cheers.